Financial Fashion Network is a media company and brand that promotes financial awareness, personal development, and mental health. And we have created platforms like We Invest Different podcasts that you're listening to right now. And we also have created a platform for our mental health community called MH10 Movement. If you support all that we do, you can go over to www.fnfstore.com where you can find our apparel. You can support the brand that way. Also, you can share the show, share with people, and tell them how great the conversations are. We appreciate all the support. Now let's get into the show. You are now tuned in to We Invest Different podcasts, where we have high-level conversations. I'm Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm Victor Thomas II.
Let's tap in. On conversation number 55, we talked about what system is better, the barter system or the paper money system of today, or when the paper money was backed by gold. What's your opinion? Tap into the conversation. Welcome to another conversation of We Invest Different podcast. I'm co-host Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, Victor Thomas II.
And it's a good day to be alive, grateful. You know, I'm feeling well this morning. I think this is conversation number 55. And how you doing today, King Victor?
Doing pretty good today, King. How about you, man?
I'm well, man. I'm feeling great. And did my little stretching, push-ups. I said my prayer. You know, about to sip on me some hot cocoa, which is something that I haven't had in a while. And getting this conversation started, bro. But we're gonna go ahead and tap in. Man, I came up with something over the weekend and it had me thinking. And I asked a few people this same question. And I was inspired to send you the topic of conversation for today. And the topic was, you know, what system do we feel is better? The barter system or the paper money system? Now, you can take this either way when we say paper money. You can take it back when it was backed by gold, and you can use what money is today, which is backed by nothing but trust. So in your thoughts, in your perspective, in your outlook, what's better in your opinion? The barter system or the paper money system?
It's hard for me to answer that because they both have, like, it seems to me they both have they positives. And I know that, you know, bartering could seem to be better, but is it better like today? Like, is people really set up to really barter? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for me to answer. What you think?
Well, bro, I feel like the bartering system. Now, of course, these systems can't be running simultaneously. It wouldn't work. Now, but what I'm saying is, you know, my preference would be the barter system, because one thing I noticed about the paper money system is that, in my opinion, it brought a lot of individualism. And the barter system was kind of like more togetherness, because, like, okay, if I needed to trade something, we both have to bring something to the table. Now, although money is the same thing, like, in order to get money, you have to exchange it for something as well, but you don't necessarily have to have a relationship with the person you're buying from. But I mean, I just feel like the door is open more with the barter system to create relationships. More valuable relationships, I feel, because it's like you got to actually have something to trade. And it's like, You have to communicate, and more communication. You have to know how to speak. You have to know how to market or whatever brand. You still have to have skills with the bartering system. It's not just as simple as, okay, I got this and you got that and we're just gonna exchange. Like, nah, you do have to actually like have the ability to make a business deal still. Like it still have to make sense. You still have to exchange, the goods, and it has to make sense. So that's why I feel like the barter system is better. Like the relationship end of the spectrum. Like I would like to have a community that we all working together, and it's like, okay, let's reach this deal, man. I got this. Let's exchange this for this, and um, let's make it work. Because I probably got a lot of this. I probably got a lot of inventory of this specific product that we bartering out, and you probably got a big inventory of this product that we're bartering out. So it's like, okay, you keep your product rolling in, I keep my product rolling in, and we both got this business deal going. And like, I feel like dynasties could be built, like guaranteed that way, if you got access to a particular product. But it's kind of the same principles as money, bro. But I just feel like it's more valuable because it's real tangible things versus just paper money. Like we are actually exchanging goods. Like we're actually exchanging products, hands-on products, versus like the money is more so the product. It's like the money itself is a product, the paper money itself is a product, and the items that we are exchanging. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Versus like when you in a barter system, the value is in the item that you're bartering, instead of like you got money which holds value and the items that you exchanging holds value. And I think that opens the door for a lot of, you got a lot more ways to capitalize with the paper money. And that's why I think it was invented. Like it's just more capitalism.
Mm. That's crazy. I ain't never looked at it like that.
Me
So like
neither.
how do you feel it creates more capitalism?
Well, the dollar bill, like I said, you getting more value because, like I said, people look at the dollar bill as value by itself. Like just by you having money, okay, they look at it as value. You ain't even gotta buy shit, right? You ain't even bought nothing yet. You just got a pocket full of money, and they look at that as value. Now you can go take this money and buy something. So now you got money and the product that you bought. So now you got two valuable things. You got money and you got the product. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Versus that's more you can cap off of. Like you got money and you got a product. So you can then you can choose to buy more product and make more money, or sell the product that you bought to make more money. So it's just it's more ways to make revenue with the paper money than the barter system. Barter system is like one way. Like you really can't do but one at a time with the barter system. It's not like I said, it's no money, it's no currency per se being given in exchange. They only exchanging the product. There's like no currency to exchange to get the product, because it wouldn't be no point of the barter system if they had a currency, because then you could just buy my product and I just take the currency. But instead, we actually trading goods. Like I take my product and give it to you, and you give me yours. Like we exchanging products between each other.
I just thought about something though.
What's up?
Like, what if you trying to trade with somebody, but they don't want what you got?
Well, that's the same principle of today. Like you can have a product and don't nobody want it. So then you really just have to create a product that people want. The same way you have to be innovative now. Like it's the same thing, because it's a marketplace. Like your product gotta still have a marketplace. You just gotta find a marketplace. And once you find that marketplace, that's what I'm saying. You create the partnerships and the business connections, Like you have to find where you valuable at. You got to find out where your product holds value. The same principles that we use today. You have to use the same principles with the barter system. But like I said, capitalism was just lower. Like capitalism was lower then unless see, like I said, like it ain't no paper money. So it ain't like you can just go buy everybody else's product and then have a monopoly. Like you would have to actually exchange something of value. So it cuts out all of the corners, like it cuts out all of the extras. Like you have to actually have something to trade when the barter system versus like you can finesse with the paper money. Like you ain't gotta really have nothing to trade. But if you could finesse and kind of look like you got something to trade, people will buy into it. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
the nigga at 5 Point told me that a long time ago. Not 5 Point, Underground. Out there hustling, that told me something like that.
what he say exactly?
He said something about like, you know, if you look like you making money, more folk be more prone to spend money with you.
I agree, shit, because like that's just like creditors. Creditors don't like people that need their money. Like they like to partner with people that want to use their money, not need their money. You see what I'm saying? So like it looks better when you don't need them. So it's the same thing. Like, and that's what I'm learning as well, because people just fugazi, bro. Like the mind just want to believe everything is good. So when you paint a picture that everything is good, marketing, right, with good marketing, people will be captivated. That's just like, okay, if I bought a Tesla today, my business will increase. Like if I really bought a Tesla and posted on all of the platforms and was like, man, I just was able to buy my Tesla, my dream car, and I was giving my testimony of what I've been through to get it, like our business will blow up. It'll like kind of create a viral effect, because for one, it'll show that we applied change. Like they actually seen an improvement. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like it's a real life improvement, and they're gonna be like, dang, this nigga got a Tesla now. So now they're wondering, how did he get a Tesla? Because they don't have one. See, they see a difference in you and them, and that's what people want to see. They want to see a facade. They want to see that you slick. People don't really like when you higher than them, but if we be honest, we don't really trust people if they're not higher than us. You see what I'm saying? And that's backwards. It's like we don't really want people to say they higher than us, but we really want them to be higher than us for us to have something to follow. So it's like that's just the way of the world, bro. Like everybody want to like ignorance is bliss. Like that's like I feel like that's what this is. It's just like shit, if you don't know it, it really don't even matter. But I don't even know how I just went there, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I feel, bro. It's just everything is a facade. Like you ain't gotta really know shit. All you gotta do is just look like you know some shit, or just sound like you know some shit. Like, but you could have just really read that information yesterday and memorized it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But see, with the barter system, bro, you got to really have that shit. Like you got to have something tangible, like in real life. No social media, no none of that, bro. You got to have that product before somebody exchange something to you. So it just creates more of a trust. See what I'm saying? Like it's more of a trust, unless that person can, of course you can have a scammer, like he can create a product that's obsolete, and I think that's how shit start rolling in, because the barter system used to be real. So I just think shit over time, niggas was like, man, all right, I'm tired of not having something all the time. I'm tired of having to exchange everything all the time. Like, what system can I create to where I don't have to exchange anything per se, but I have an opportunity to gain wealth or gain something from this system without having to have anything starting out. So like creating this money system, creating this paper money system, actually created credit. Like that was the whole point of the system. Like it created credit as well. Credit, and when you know credit was created, debt was created. So that's what paper money is, debt.
Makes sense.
So it's like,
I owe you or something.
yeah, bro. So that's how all of the system came about. Cause I mean, niggas get tired of not having nothing to exchange. Cause you do have to be creative and innovative cause some people wasn't privy to certain resources. Like that has always been. Like everybody wasn't born into resources. So that's just that's the natural way that life happened, right? That some people grew up in places where resources were plentiful, and some people grew up in places where resources were like a desert. So due to the way God created the world and the way certain places don't have the same resources as other places, that caused, some people not to have. And that's what created the haves and the have-nots. And then you had those people who capitalized off of those who had resources, aka Africa. Those who came into these different places that was rich in resources and, invaded them. So that's what I'm saying. Like that, the whole money system was built off greed. And I feel like the barter system was built off value. Like you had to actually provide some value. Now, paper money system is like you can go any which way. It's just whoever believe in it. Like whoever believe in what you're doing, they'll buy into it. And it's like it's different ways you can cap off of it. You can even use somebody else's money. Like you couldn't do that with barter system. Like you couldn't do that. Because it wasn't you can't get paid. Like you had to exchange something. It was no money system to get paid. But when it came out that you can actually get paid for something and not have to give anything, but you can do something one time and get paid for it, and that was the exchange, and you can take that and go buy something with that. You can work, get paid, and go buy something with something. Like that kept the economy going. It created an ecosystem that created the economy. Because now, after I exchange the goods and services and you pay me money, I have the option to take this money and buy something else with it from somebody else. So it fluctuate the money. So it actually grew the economy. So the barter system would have really it would have in a way stunted the growth of the country. But we would have had a better country. I feel it would have been a better country, more integrity. It would have just been a little things that would have been different.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. That's my perspective on that, brother.
Yeah, I got you. I would like to see how it could be implemented in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? If it could be.
I mean, people still do it though. I mean, we still find our ways to barter. Like we just do it in different ways because we have technology now. So it's like, let's say for instance, we have one of the parts of our company is fashion, right? So let's say, even affiliate marketing. Let's say we doing affiliate marketing and we want a celebrity to wear our stuff. See, you exchanging something. I will either pay them or give them free merch in exchange for their audience. That's still bartering. Like their audience is a product and I'm offering a product. So he's exchanging his audience for the product. He getting discounted. He getting free products. He getting free stuff to wear, and all he got to do is just take a picture. That's one way of bartering. And then two, like let's say if you got it says if a woman make cupcakes, and another person like got napkins and shit. So like let's say I can make you a dozen cupcakes, and you provide me with plastic plates and napkins. So that's different ways of bartering in today's time, even though we making money. Like we can make money, but we still can like exchange goods. It's like, okay, I'm in the business of already having paper plates and paper towels and shit.
Okay.
And you got something that I like. I love cupcakes. So, and I know you need napkins too, though, because I know you do catering. You know what I'm saying? You might be handing it out to children at schools and whatnot, whatever you're doing. So there's a value in each of our product, because I like your food. But I also know that I have something to exchange on a larger scale. It's not like I'm just going to give you a pack of napkins for one time. Like, I'm going to give you a pack of napkins one time, and then I just want cupcakes every time I come into the building. Like, nah, we're going to create a business partnership that you keep them cupcakes running, and I'm going to keep these napkins and paper plates coming. And we haven't exchanged no money. Just only product.
Makes sense.
Hell yeah. Or for like another example, if we do it, like we provide shirts and somebody help us make shoes. Like they might like our brand, like, bro, y'all brand is so dope. And they might have a shoe manufacturing company that makes shoes. And we like, man, we really wanted to get into the shoe business. Like, man, I wanted to get into the shoe business, man. You think we can work something out? Like, shoot, yeah, man, I love y'all brand. I love what y'all doing. So in exchange of value, the value of our company, like what we're doing, we exchange in value. So that's bartering as well. You can like open doors, and the people will give you opportunities in exchange for your value. And your value is not per se paper money, but it is currency. That's why I say be your own currency. Because like money is not going to all the time get you indoors. Like I know, like, yeah, money can make you look good and things can make you look good, but that's not enough for certain people. Now that's enough for like the general public, and the general public, majority of the general public ain't on shit. So if we speaking on people that actually got some shit going on, they're gonna see through all that shit. You gotta actually have something. Like you gotta speak and show what you know. So like you can have money, but then they put you in a room and get you a mic, or they have a conversation with you and they find out what you know for real. Then what? And see, that's what we get into when we talk about, the artificial intelligence of today. Like, yeah, you can be on social media and you can have all of this content being created by AI, but when somebody get on a live with you, or when somebody have a conversation in real life with you, you don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, bro, I mean, hey, the value, right? That's the most important part of the barter system. Like we are really exchanging value, and it has to be valuable for us to exchange. Like money, like I said, you can be deceived. Like shit can be packaged as if it's valuable, and you might spend your bread and it's not valuable. So it's just more room, like I said, for capitalism. But tapping into if you ain't got nothing else to say about that, brother, you got anything left to say about that?
No, sir.
All right, cool. But leaning on over to our next segment, man. I wanted to add a new segment onto the show, and I did not today. I'm just throwing that idea out there, man, because I wanna have us something on here to where we can have like some melanated news. Like we need to get articles, or we need to look up some news, because I really ain't find a platform, like a trustworthy platform for melanated news. But I'm definitely looking into that so we can give our people some news, some updates on what's going on in the melanated community in a good way.
Griot.
Huh?
Griot.
That's the name of it?
Yeah, just check it out a little bit, man. I ran across it doing some market research one day. But it's like, I think it's like melanated news. That's what it was initially. And then they kind of merged with like movies and stuff like that. But they be having a whole award show and Ford and everything, like where a lot of black entrepreneurs and stars be at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't even heard of it till I ran across it. But it's called Griot. And they be having some news on there, like, the black news. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. They kind of, they not giving it all in the sense of these are the facts. Of course, it's gonna be some kind of angle that they looking at it from. You feel me?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I just need like some good melanated news, like only good news though. Like only good news, like such and such was able to close a deal on woo de woo de woo. Like I need some information, like some good news, some good sources of success, like accomplishments. So I feel like, it's enough of that on the regular news on TV of talking about negative stuff that's going on in the community. That's easy to see. All I got to do is just open my blinds for that. So it's like we don't need to hear that. We live in it. So what we do need to hear is good things that's happening in our community, so it can restructure our paradigm, man. Because the paradigm is just the reflection of your subconscious mind. Like, so that's what you're projecting out to the world. Is what it's the wholeness. It's the whole picture of what you see. Like that's your paradigm. And so, like, if you only see violence with melanated people, and like, man, I was on YouTube the other day, and Charleston White said something, and I was guilty of it. He said the realest shit I heard in a while. Like, he was like, bro, he was like, every little black boy, every little melanated kid that got a gun, when he leave out his house, he don't think about running into a white person and having to kill him. He think he got in his mind that he gonna possibly have to kill a nigga. And that really blew my mind, because I'm guilty. Like, I don't ever think about running into a white person, like, on the day. Like, when I put my pistol in my pants, like, I don't think about that. I think about another melanated woman or a melanated king. Like, I don't think, like, and that's messed up. Like, I didn't even know I was programmed in that way until he said that. Like, we live out our house to fight each other. Like, we don't even know that we programmed to fight each other, but we like, we're literally programmed against one another without even knowing it, bro. So I just thought that was crazy. But
Yeah.
I don't even know I don't even know where I went. Like, where did this come from?
You was you was talking about how you wanted to bring on another segment.
Oh yeah, about melanated news. Yeah. And we was talking about, credible sources or whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, and the bad news and all these other platforms. So yeah, we looking for a platform that can provide, good news. But it may be something that we just have to research ourselves, and we have to provide our own news platform. Like, we got to go search for the news, and then we just build our own news platform within the show.
That'll be cool.
Because I want us to elevate, and the people to get more out of the show, and but leading on to the segment of what you learn. And like, I know sometimes I don't be intentional enough to make sure, like, every episode I learn something. Like, I don't learn something, so I want to, like, intentionally bring it to the show. I haven't been doing a good job at that. Like, because sometimes when you're gifted, and this is a moment of transparency and honesty for everybody that's listening. Like, sometimes when you feel gifted or you feel talented in something, you can literally take yourself for granted. Like, we can be a lot greater than where we are. We can be a lot greater than what we are. But sometimes we feel like we are enough. Like I'm cool. I'm good right here for right now. And I'm just being honest with me. Like, so I know I can put forth more effort into everything that I do. So I'm going to try to well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to make it my priority to do due diligence for every week, to bring something that I actually learned to the show, and and it not be something that I already talked about in the show. Like, I actually want to intentionally learn something, bro.
Yeah, right.
But thinking about that right now, something that I learned recently. What's something that I learned recently? Because I know I'm plugged in, bro. Like, I don't never not do no personal development. But like, okay, one thing that I've been reading this book called No Excuses by Brian Tracy. It's called No Excuses. And one of the key points in the book that I just read was that anxiety is decreased by taking 100% responsibility. When you take 100% responsibility and ownership of everything that happens in your life, it releases negative emotions. Like, if you just think about it, every time that something was riding your back, like a guilt or a consciousness, like you conscious of something that you did or whatnot, but you ain't saying nothing about it. The moment you say something about it and release it, you feel so much better. So you're releasing it by accepting it. Like, that's the way you release. Acceptance is a form of release. Now, sometimes we think that denial is a form of releasing, but that's a form of harboring. When you deny something, that means you putting it in a box somewhere, meaning that you put it in the storage room. You didn't actually free yourself from it. You didn't free yourself from it. You just put it in the storage unit. So, but when you actually accept it, you then have the power to free yourself from it. So I thought that was very, very powerful.
Yeah, it is.
But man, like, honestly, like, shoot, man, what's something that you learned?
Honestly, I learned how to make I learned that I can make my own map on Google.
What?
And I can attach the map. Not like a map where you can make your own geographic location, but you know what I mean, you can import different data from spreadsheets into the map. I thought it was pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like something a lot of people don't know how to do. So, I mean, that sounds valuable. And like, you probably could show somebody, you can teach somebody something like that. I would want to learn how to do something like that. If I, like, what would be valuable? Like, why would you use that? Like, how would you use that? Would you need to use that?
Like for logistics.
Like, if you had, like, okay, an itinerary of places to be, like, type shit, but you had a spreadsheet with everything written down.
Yeah. I like say if like you had a bunch of gigs, you feel me? Not gigs, but you was an independent contractor.
Right.
You getting You're getting emails and calls for people that want you to come do your work for them.
Mm-hmm.
So to try to optimize travel time, you might try to, okay, I'm gonna do these east side shoots on this day. I'm gonna do these west side, the east side plays on this day. These west side jobs on this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you can look at it on the map, it'll make it a little simpler to do that.
And you can drop the pins. You can drop the pins, and like after you go to one address, it automatically like the other address come up next.
Oh, I ain't tried that, but I'm pretty sure it's a way. I ain't tried that yet. I'm still exploring. But
That'll
yeah,
be
that's
dope
a
as
good
hell.
idea. Shoes, yeah. But when I think about it, you can draw a route on there. But I don't know if it's gonna translate over to the phone.
Right.
But it should be able to though.
Shit, but that's pretty dope. Either way, like that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
But tapping into the next segment, which is the financial theme and the financial tip of the month, and I decided to be more detailed on this conversation because I know it was very vague on the last conversation. But what I've been practicing recently, man, is building my zero. So that's the new thing. That's the new tip, you guys. Build your zero. And what that means is zero shouldn't be your zero. Like, the goal is to never, ever be broke. Like, you should never have zero. Now, if you ever be at zero, let it be for good reasons. Not just because you didn't make good decisions with your money. So like some people's zero is actually zero. Some people's zero is $50. Some people's zero is $100. So get you a goal together of what you want your zero to be. Because you gotta always maintain a certain level so that when life, happens, or let's say let's knock that. Let me not say that, because that's bringing the spirit of fear, and we don't go there. So when you putting back things, or when you being money conscious, you might have an opportunity that presents itself, and you might have the money to do the opportunity because you maintain your zero. You maintain your zero, and you have been putting money back. You have been putting money away, building that zero. So this month your zero was $100, but you steady building on it. Don't just stop at $100. Like, build on that zero. Keep building on that zero. Keep building on that zero. And before you know it, if you whatever direction you're going as far as your lifestyle or your career, an opportunity may present itself that you want, and you'll have the money to make the play. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you end up being at zero after you make that play, then you invest it. So you're not really at zero, because now you're building on the opportunity. So that's the lesson that I want to present. That's the tip that I want to present. Build your zero. You don't never want to actually be at a zero. So if you work in a job, always be building at zero. $10 a week, $10 a check, whatever it is that you can put towards building your zero. Do that on a consistent basis. And then after you build your zero, then you can start actually investing and start placing money where you want to actually like have your money working for you. But first you want to build that foundation with that zero.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ain't got nothing less to say, King?
Oh, sir. Great tip, though. That's a good one, man.
Thank you, man. I'm really living it right now, bro. I've been doing it.
You're right.
But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to another conversation of We Invest Different Podcast. This is conversation number 55. I'm co-host Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, Victor Thomas II.
And we are out.
Peace.
Peace. Are you stressed, anxious, or depressed? Well, here's some good news for you. We started a mental health movement called MH10, and we encourage people to pay more attention to their mental health. So do this for us. Take at least 10 minutes per day to take a walk in nature, a jog, run, or just meditation to decrease your stress, because stress is one of the leading causes of chronic physical and mental illnesses in the body. So if you want to join the movement, you can also post on social media, post your 10 minutes by using hashtag MH10 or mental health 10 minutes.